Good morning, guys. It's Sunday. We are off to the Magic Kingdom today. So Eddie is back there waiting for me. So let me show you what I'm going to have for breakfast, lunch, and snack today. It's going to be a full day at the park, and then we'll probably have dinner somewhere else. So we'll see. Let me show you what I have. Okay, for breakfast so far, I've had a little bit of coffee so far, but it was pretty weak, so I had black coffee so far. Here's what I'm actually taking for breakfast with me. I'm going to be having some grapes when I get hungry. And then I also have these cafe creations. I have some vanilla bean and a mucho mocha. I have those for coffee, but then also in this bag here, I have 3 tablespoons of the Coffee Mate. Sugar-free Italian sweet cream, 3 tablespoons is 1 smart point in the bag, and then I can just throw away the bag once I get my coffee and have it. And yes, I did bring my measuring spoon on vacation with me. So that is breakfast, grapes and coffee. For lunch, I'm going to be having a wrap. So this is my turkey wrap, starting with the Olay Extreme Wellness Wrap on the bottom for 1 smart point. And then I have 1 of the Great Value fat-free singles for 1 smart point. I have 5 slices of Deli Fresh smoked turkey breast for 0 smart points. And then I have some sun-dried tomato halves for 0 smart points. And some horseradish mustard for 0. So the turkey wrap altogether is 2 smart points. I'll probably have some fruit with that. So this is all the fruit I'm bringing for snacks and for my lunch. I have an orange that I already peeled and sectioned. And then I have a Granny Smith apple, of course, and a beautiful banana. So those are my snacks for today. I will have the turkey wrap with some fruit, and then I have 1 more snack, a little more filling snack. This is going to be a peanut butter banana wrap. So I have the Olay Extreme Wellness Wrap for 1 smart point. In this bag, I have 2 tablespoons of the PB Fit powdered peanut butter for 1 smart point, and then the banana. So the wrap will be 2 smart points altogether. When I'm ready to have it, I will just add water to the PB Fit in this bag, mush it around and mix it up, and then squeeze it onto the wrap and add the banana. So the peanut butter wrap is 2 smart points. So all together so far, I have 2, 4, and then the cream is 1. So 5 smart points for my food until we find dinner. And then I also have my water bottle with some ice in it. And Eddie's over there waiting, so gotta go.
Let's go.
Julie's going to work.
Run up your white flag, you scurvy scum, and bring me Captain Jack Sparrow, or I'll be sending you to Davy Joe. Give him a broadside! Pound him, lads! Pound him!
Weigh anchor now, you swabbies. What be I offered for this winsome wench? Stout-hearted and corn-fletched map. And this lovely key to the treasure room.
Accept this magnificent treasure as my reward for my villainy, larceny, skullduggery, and prestigity. May hearty's
Hey guys, so we are leaving Disney World, Magic Kingdom. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Stop goofing around. Stop goofing around. So we are leaving. I got 2 words for Magic Kingdom. Huge. Everything is huge here. Everything. It's like, I feel like Texas. Everything is huge. And tiring. It was a very tiring day. We didn't even see, like, did we even see a third of everything here? It's a good thing we're here for 2 weeks because we got a lot to see. I ate everything except my apple, so it's a good thing I brought all that stuff.
Why don't you show everybody the castle?
Can you see the castle behind me? No, it's not.
Look, it's huge. It's like that big.
It's huge. It's really huge. Anyway, so I ate everything but the apple. No snacks. I was tempted a couple times, but sometimes I just tell myself, you know, we go to Disneyland all the time, so I can really have most of this stuff whenever I want it, and I can work it into my day. So do I need it on this day? Not really. But I was tempted a couple times. Some of the things here look really good. We are actually going to go to the Animal Kingdom, to our hotel room for the night, and we're going to eat at a restaurant there. So we're having African food. It sounds super yummy, and I have no idea how I'm going to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's great.
Anyway, hi guys, fellow cast member. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
Thank you, sticker. So I have no idea how I'm gonna count dinner. It's all African food. I read the description, but I'll probably just put it in like one ingredient at a time. I don't know. I will keep you guys posted. Look, I'm picking his nose. Bye. Okay, we made it to our second hotel room. This is Disney property. This is the Animal Kingdom. This is the Kidani Village, and it's beautiful. Again, we have a little tiny little kitchenette, microwave, dishwasher, sink, and then this bathroom is huge. Big bathroom. Big bathroom. Hi. And, oh, and the toilet is through this door here. So bathroom, and look how beautiful this is. Here's the bedroom. Look at the decor. Safari style. Love the furniture. Hi, Eddie.
Hi, look. This is a pull-out couch And if you look out here, I can jump out here and get eaten by lions.
Are you sure it's lions out there?
Okay, giraffes, lions, tigers, bears, everything and anything. Look, it says no smoking and no climbing.
It's very dark. Hopefully we'll be able to see something tomorrow.
Hello.
I looked out there and I don't see any animals out there right now. I think we're overlooking the giraffes and something else.
Animals.
But this is a beautiful room. Look at the furniture. Beautiful. I would take this home with me. Look at this armoire.
Look at this TV.
Yeah, let's take the TV home.
It's Samsung, it might blow up.
Okay, so we're going to an African restaurant inside the hotel, and I'm going to read to you what I'm going to have, and then I will try to tell you the points later somehow, probably individually. Okay, so I can't decide between 3 appetizers. I will decide after I get down there and ask a few questions. Okay, one of them is a spice route charcuterie. It's African-inspired cured meats with chef's accompaniments. So I don't know if I'm going to get that yet. I want to see what the chef's accompaniments are. Another appetizer option is a salad sampler. 3 different salads: chickpeas with cucumber and tomato, watermelon, cucumber and fennel, and Nigerian root, vegetable, and citrus. That last one sounds really good. And I also really like watermelon salad. So that sounds really good. I probably should not eat the chickpeas, but try to take all my little stomach medicines. So I might have that one, but it depends on what the other ones are. And then the last option is oxtail umkisho. I have no idea what that is. It has cracked hominy and beans with braised oxtail. So I might get that, but again, there are the beans. So I am not sure what to get. Okay, so for the entree, we are going to share, I can't even say it, South African braai sample plate. That's the easy version. It's a trio of grilled meats with seasonal accompaniments. I have no idea what the accompaniments are, but that's what we're going to have. We're going to share that. Okay, and then the last thing I know I'm going to have is a mojito. It is an African Star mojito with Star African rum, Vanderham tangerine liquor from South Africa, fresh mint and lime. So I will have one of those, and then I will probably switch to wine. I know for sure the points on the mojito are 10, which is an average, but I looked that up in the tracker. So 10 points for the mojito, and the other stuff I will need to check it out when we get it. I'll show you guys the pictures. Okay, you guys, I'm going to try and break down what I had tonight and tell you the smart points and tell you how I arrived at those smart points. This is going to be a little difficult. I'm totally out of my comfort zone. I did look at the menu beforehand and try and choose and pre-plan what I wanted and what I was going to have. It's a little more of a challenge because Eddie and I are trying to share meals and we don't always want the same thing. So there's a little bit of a compromise there. Also, we're trying to keep it minimal on the funds because a lot of the meals here, at least in the Disney area, maybe not necessarily in Orlando in general, but in the Disney area, the meals for a nice sit-down restaurant are really pricey. So we're trying to watch the price as well as share a meal and watch the calories and the points. So very challenging. So here's what I had tonight, and I will try and tell you how I arrived at the points and how I kind of broke it down. I had to write it down because it's very complicated. This is African food, which I don't ever eat. It was so delicious though. It was very, very good. So let me tell you what I had. We'll start from the drink. Okay, first thing. So I had an African mojito, African inspired mojito, which means that it had African liquor in it, which was African rum and some sort of African sweet liquor. So the African inspired mojito, I counted it as 8 points because in the tracker, a basic mojito is 8 points. So when I order a mojito at a regular restaurant, I tell them to not add the sugar or any kind of simple syrup, and I can get the points as low as 3 to 4 points. But this one, I just ordered it as is, and it said 12 ounces is 8 smart points. So that's what I went for with the mojito. Then we had some naan, which is like some Indian bread. It's like a pita, but really thick. Really yummy. So the naan, we actually had one piece of naan, which you saw in the picture. One piece was garlic flavor and one piece was onion. And they were both super delicious. Very good. But who doesn't love any kind of bread? Okay, so for the naan bread, I had half of the onion and half of the garlic. In the tracker, one piece of naan bread is 6 smart points. So that's what I went with for the naan, which is very delicious. Then we had an appetizer. We had the African charcuterie board. It was 3 different kinds of meat with some house-made crackers and some pickled papaya salad. Very delicious. Let me tell you the points on that. Okay, so first of all, there was some chorizo. I am not super crazy about chorizo. I don't know. It just seems like a really fatty meat and usually kind of salty. In this version, it was made kind of as a sausage, so even a little bit fattier because you can't like cook away the fat as you do when you buy it in a tube and cook it that way. So I did not have a lot of the chorizo. I had probably an ounce of the chorizo, so I counted 1 smart point for that. It was sliced very, very thin, so I think I had 2 very, very thin slices on my crackers. So 1/3 of an ounce for 1 smart point on the chorizo. The next meat we had was a duck. I can't pronounce it. It was some sort of a duck meat, and it says, duck legs are dry brined and braised in an aromatic stock, then shredded and mixed with South African whiskey and house blend garam masala. So it was basically duck thighs shredded with whiskey and spices. So I counted that. I was going to do pate because it was like a spread. Not like a dip, but like a spread. So it wasn't really pate. So I counted it just as basic like duck meat because it was like duck thigh. Didn't really count the whiskey because there wasn't enough and the spices are 0. So I counted it as duck meat. 1 ounce of duck meat is 1 smart point. And I arrived at 1 ounce because I had like, I would imagine 2 tablespoons of this duck meat, and 2 tablespoons in liquid measurements is 1 ounce. So I counted 1 ounce of duck meat for 1 smart point. That's how I did that. So far we're at the naan bread for 6, the chorizo for 1, and the duck meat for 1. The next meat I had was the sausage. The sausage was very good. It was a pork and beef sausage. It kind of tasted like ground beef, but you know what? I like ground beef, so I like that sausage. So the sausage on the appetizer plate, I had about 1 ounce of that. I counted it as a beef pork sausage, which in the tracker ranges quite a bit. For 3 ounces, all of the listings range from 6 to 12 smart points. That's a big range. So I had maybe 1 ounce of that sausage. So for 1 ounce in the tracker, it ranges from 2 points to 4 points. So I counted 1 ounce right smack in the middle as 3 smart points. So 1 ounce of the beef pork sausage for 3 smart points. The next thing that was on the charcuterie board was it was like a pickled papaya salad. I counted that as 0 because there was nothing in the tracker and nothing in that to really indicate any kind of points. I'm thinking green papaya and like some sort of vinegar. So I counted 0 smart points for that, and that was very, very minimal anyway. The last thing on the charcuterie board were the crackers. They were house-made crackers, but they were the long kind of, you know, not like square crackers, but long, thin crackers. Really delicious. They serve those sometimes at some of the wine tastings. They break them up. They're long crackers, but super delicious. They're kind of, I think they're like kind of a whole grain cracker. Let's see, I had 4 of those kind of longish crackers. So if we figure that one of them is half an ounce, then I had 2 ounces of these whole grain crackers. 2 ounces in the tracker was like 9 smart points, and I really don't think I had 9 smart points of crackers because they were very light and very thin. So I counted 1.5 ounces of whole grain crackers for 7 smart points. So that's all the appetizers. That's the appetizers and the drink. So dinner itself. So for dinner, Eddie and I shared the entree. It was beautiful. It was such a beautiful entree. We shared it. It was 3 different Brazilian meats with some mashed potatoes and some vegetables. So let me go over that with you. First of all, there was a lamb chop. Eddie, I guess, is not crazy about lamb, or for whatever reason, he said, go ahead and have the lamb. So I had lamb chop myself. There was not a lot of meat. There was a little bit of fat, which I cut off. So I counted, there was also bone. So I counted 2 ounces of the actual lamb chop meat for 3 smart points. There was a chimichurri sauce on the top of that, which is that green sauce, which is very delicious, and I love that. But there was not a lot. So chimichurri sauce is made, I can't remember. I think it's, what's the green sauce, Eddie? I think it's basil. It's made with like basil and some oil, maybe a little bit of mint. But there was not a lot. So I counted basically 1 smart point for the oil in the chimichurri sauce. So 3 smart points for the lamb chop and 1 smart point for the oil. The next meat was the beef pork sausage. I had just a little bit of that, and I gave most of it to Eddie, so that was another ounce at the most, if that. So another ounce of that for 3 smart points. And the last meat was like a pork tenderloin. That was pretty good, but I mean, I could have that anytime. So I had probably not even an ounce of the pork tenderloin, but we'll say an ounce of pork tenderloin for 1 smart point. So that is 3 for the lamb, 1 for the chimichurri, 3 for the sausage, and 1 for the pork tenderloin. So all of the meat together is 6, 7, 8 smart points for the meat. Then there was the potatoes. There was about a cup of potatoes. I initially halved it, so I had half a cup of the mashed potatoes, but Eddie didn't want the rest, so I finished his. So I'm counting 2/3 of a cup of potatoes, basic potatoes. 2/3 a cup of cooked potatoes is 3 smart points. The waitress said the potatoes were cooked only with no dairy, but with olive oil. So they were mashed with olive oil. Hopefully not too much olive oil because they were really delicious. I counted 1 teaspoon of olive oil, 1 teaspoon for 1 smart point of olive oil. So the mashed potatoes altogether was 4 smart points. There was also a tiny bit of creamed onion on the plate. I don't know if you could see that. That was the white stuff. I thought it was maybe macaroni salad, but it was creamed cocktail onions, which are very tiny onions, and some sort of cream sauce. I had just a little bit, so I only counted the cream sauce. I counted a point for the cream sauce. So creamed onions, 1 smart point. And the last thing on the plate was the there was broccoli, carrots, and green beans for the vegetables. I did count 1 point for the oil that all of the vegetables were cooked in. So, all together, that was my dinner, that was the appetizers, that was the drink. All together, all of the food I counted as 23 smart points. The mojito I counted as 8 points. So that is 36 points for dinner tonight. I believe before dinner I had for about 5 points. So that would be 36 plus 5. That's 41 smart points altogether. I have, since dinner, I have been enjoying some wine. So I have to add that in, and I have not added that in yet. So I don't think I'm doing too terrible before the wine is added in. So that is what, 41 points for the day. Before I added the wine in, which I have not done yet, I looked at my tracker and it says I have 76 fit points left. So I've used all my weeklies. Today is Sunday. I've used all my weeklies and I still have 76 fit points left. That's awesome for me on a regular day, let alone a vacation day. I usually blow through my weeklies and my fit points, and you know I'm negative by Tuesday or Monday night, which is when my weeks end. I'm usually negative. Last week was the first week in a long time I haven't been negative, so that was awesome. This week, I don't know. It's Sunday. I'm on vacation. I have 76 fit points. Those are going to go fast because I can tell you I've probably already had, let me see. I've probably already had about 18 points in wine. Wine points add up really fast. So I've probably had 18 and I may go as high as 22 points in wine. So if I had 76 points left and I used 22 for wine tonight, that's 2, 4. That still leaves me with 54 fit points for Monday. And then everything starts over. Oh my gosh. So I'm doing even better this week on points than I did last week. That's amazing. That's amazing to me. That's a vacation, and that's amazing. Anyway, I need to end this because this is going to be a super long video, but I just wanted to explain to you guys how I arrived at the points that I did for my dinner, and kind of give you an update on how I'm doing so far for the week and for vacation. And if you've watched this far, thank you so much. I'm sorry this is so long. I will touch base with you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Don't skip any ads.
Eddie says don't skip any ads. Thank you for watching. Bye.